Took me starting out a little late, but I want to welcome everybody to the Zen of Rens, and we are going to handle this conversation tonight. Tonight, what we're talking about, both on Facebook and on YouTube, is the idea of, is there a difference? What is the difference? Because there is. Of protecting your relationship compared to insecurities. How you doing, Dax? How everybody doing? Sorry I'm a little bit late, but we're going to really get this rolling in just a minute. Hey, Roro, how you doing? But yeah, so tonight we're talking about relationships. It was kind of interesting. This conversation, it kind of got started. You know, I don't often post things that much about my relationship situations, but I did yesterday. Hey, Miss Green, how you doing? So I posted some things about my relationship, my current situation, my current relationship. We got a lot of good reviews on it, a lot of good conversation. I really appreciate all the love that people gave as far as my relationship situation. I have a tendency to wait. Didn't want to rush things. I want to make sure that things came, when they should have, and we really got out there. Now, please share this. Share this. I'm doing a little sharing right now myself. Doing a little sharing, but yeah. So I posted the fact that I'm in a relationship. I posted pictures of us. We've been knowing each other. We met about a year ago, and met over a year ago. But then we began to get to know each other. Lost contact for a very long time. Recontacted each other over the summer. Yeah, back the middle end of the summer, we reconnected, reacquainted. Just maintained a friendship, and from that friendship, when my life kind of squared away a little bit more, from that friendship, hello Stephen, hey Clint, we started having more conversation, and things started blossoming. Our friendship started to grow, and from that growth of friendship, we started dating in October, and things just grew from there. It's been a wonderful journey, a wonderful ride thus far. Hey Brandon, don't be giving up. I talked to Brandon about this morning. For you guys who don't know, Brandon is one of my best friends. So me and he and I he always got to talk to me about my relationship statuses. But that's all right. But that's what friends are for. We have to have friends to do checkups and things like that. But this conversation that I want to have with you guys tonight, and I'm doing some sharing right now. So hey, how you doing, AJ? I'm doing some sharing, so let's get some sharing going. AJ, AJ, let me ask you a question. Are you the one who keep calling me, and then you call me at the worst time, and I never get to answer the phone? If you are, just let me know, and then I'll know who's calling me. But this conversation that I want to have tonight, yeah, it's about me, but it's also about other people that I know and I've watched, and people in relationships that I've watched, other people who in relationship I've helped coach, and different things that we've talked about. I've seen a lot of times people misunderstand. Oh, okay, that's not you. All right, just checking, because the person, they asked me, like, do you know AJ? And I was like, no, but yeah, you could have been. So a lot of people have. I've watched. I watch a lot of relationships. When I first went into the Marine Corps, I got married at a very young age. When I got married at 19 years old, and I watched a lot of people, and I always had like one of the oldest marriages in my units, whatever unit I was in. So I was always like looked upon for advice, because I had, the longest marriage than most people that I was involved with, and so I've got an opportunity to watch a lot of relationships and watch a lot of marriages and things like that, and watch how people interact and are within a marriage. And if you watch many of my videos about relationships, I know Brandon is on here, and I've used Brandon's current situation, his beautiful marriage that he has right now. I use it, and that he'll have forever. So I'm going to put that in there. I love his marriage. I love his marriage because him and his wife protect their marriage. Where some people may look at this as insecurities. If we go with Western culture, we'll look at this as an insecurity. And certainly there are people with insecurities within a relationship, and we're going to break those down as well. We're going to break those down as well. All of this is going to be part of the book that I'm writing, how to find your divine soulmate. But the thing about it is, I've watched Brandon protect his marriage. I watched him and his wife protect their marriage. But at the same time, I've seen many relationships where there are insecurities within the marriage or insecurities within the relationship. And that insecurity breaks the relationship down. And what's so apropos about this is that a young lady that I enjoy her podcast, her name is Naisha Troutman. So check out her podcast every Wednesday night at 7:30 on Facebook. Naisha's relationship podcast, she posted some information about, she posted this thing about chakras and what chakras are blocked, and we had a little discussion about that, and it fits into what we're going to talk about because of what I mentioned about the insecurity part. So let's go ahead and because I'm not going to keep you guys that late, let's go ahead and tackle the insecurity part. What is insecurities? Insecurities within a relationship is when a person, for unexplained reasons, for no really real reason, because if you have real reason, then you probably have other things to work on in the marriage or in the relationship. But for no real reason, these insecurities, these fear that we have within the relationship. See, I'm going to tell you guys, I had trust issues in relationships a long time ago. I had some, people that when I was younger, I gave all my love to. I gave everything, totally open. And being totally open in a relationship, the person cheated on me, right? Happened a couple of times. The person cheated on me. I give everything and the person cheats. So as I moved into my young adulthood and adulthood, I had an insecurity of fear that whomever I give my heart to would cheat on me. So I kept everyone at bay. I kept a little distance. Hey, Richard, how you doing? Hey, Danielle, Dina. I kept everyone at bay. I let people get only so close to me. I would allow myself to love them, but not fall in love with them or rise in love with them. And so I kept everybody at bay because I had a fear of allowing somebody to get close to me. Now, exactly, the feeling, Dex. So what's man? But yeah, Orlando. So I had this fear. Now, because I feared that any woman that I truly, truly allow myself to fall in love with would cheat on me, and that fear would cause for many of my personal traits, my attitude towards them, as they got closer to me, I would kind of back away or implement things to ruin the relationship. Now, if you see my videos on chakras, you know that fear blocks your root chakra, your foundation, your stability. So since I had this fear, my stability in the relationship, my foundation in the relationship was shaky, right? It was on sand, as they like to say. It wasn't on solid ground. Hey, Super. It wasn't on solid ground. So since I had this fear going on, even though I tried to open my heart chakra, which your heart chakra, I just asked that question on my page. We're on the same page, exactly. But since my heart chakra, I was calling myself loving people, opening my heart chakra, right? So I'm opening my heart chakra. I'm letting somebody have love and give love, but I won't let them get completely in love. So that grief, let me not say grief. So every time I would try to love them, the energy flow wouldn't work because of the fear. The fear would condemn the relationship. The example I gave earlier today was that you have a heart chakra, and let's say you want to open the dam, that's the blocks in your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is blocked by grief, the grief of lost love, the grief of not being able to love again, that grief that you're still holding. So let's say you release that grief and you open your heart chakra. Well, imagine if a river had multiple dams. You open the dam of the heart chakra down river, right? Hey, Alex, you open the dam of the dam of your heart chakra. You open the dam down river, but the dam that's back here, the dam that's down river, the dam here that is your sacra, that is your foundation chakra, your root chakra, is still closed because you still have fear of somebody hurting you if you allow them to get close. Well, eventually the flow of water upriver diminishes and depletes. Eventually, you run out of the ability to have the energy to love because you're holding this fear in your root chakra. This dam back here is not allowing energetic flow to go upriver. So as long as you're holding this in fear, you cannot, your love diminishes. You will fear that you'll say, oh man, she might be cheating on me, so let me check her phone. She might be cheating on me, so let me make sure that she said that she was going to be here, but she's running late. What's going on? Or he said that he smelled a little funny. You find everything. Everything is going on. You look for it. And you find it. What's up, Nick? How you doing? You find it. You find any and everything, and the thing about fear is you find things that's not real, things that don't exist. You start looking at any small thing as a fear that she may be cheating on you, or he may cheat on you, that he may hurt you again, or she may hurt you again. And so you find it because you tried to open your heart, but you can't open it because you're holding on to this fear. And that works on any of the lower chakras. It could be the shame in your sacral chakra. Maybe you're ashamed of the divorce you got. You're ashamed that I know a lot of women, and you don't have to say a word. I understand the Me Too thing went out. There are a lot of women who are ashamed of being sexually molested or raped. And because of that shame, they don't allow themselves to get close. They don't allow that energy flow to open their heart to another man. And so they can't. They can only love them so much. They can only love them so far because they can't allow themselves to truly fall in love because they're still holding on to the shame of a sexual molestation, because many schools of thought teach women to be ashamed of it, that they are part of the reason why it happened, that it's their fault. There was a story that I saw about this pastor who he rapes this girl, he molested this girl, and the church kicks out the family until the girl apologizes to the wife of the pastor, shaming the victim. Hey, Cornelia. So the thing about it is that if you're carrying shame, your heart chakra can't open. In your power chakra, your solar plex chakra, if you're carrying guilt, then you can't fully let the energy flow through your heart chakra. So since that's going on, since you have these blocks, it inhibits you from being able, I know that's crazy, it inhibits you from being able to open up your heart. So when you're carrying shame, fear, guilt, grief, any of those things, then a person may act out in insecurities. And we will call them insecure. Because although the person may be trustworthy, although the person hasn't done anything to cause you to think that they are not trustworthy, we still will find it. We'll question them all the time. We'll take attitudes, we'll take negative attitudes towards the person, trying to push them and question them, and always makes them feel like they've done something wrong. I know of a guy. This guy, he was in the military, so he wasn't at home all the time. He was stationed somewhere else. His wife was in one city, their home city, and he was stationed somewhere else. And, I told you guys I was in the Marine Corps. And every time he go home, all his wife did was accuse him of cheating. Every time he goes home, who you cheating with? Who you been sleeping with? Who you cheating with? Who you been sleeping with? Now, he was trying to get her to come and move to the base that we were at. But she wouldn't move because she didn't want to leave her mama. But every time he came home, who you cheating with? Who you sleeping with? I know you're sleeping with somebody because they say all military people sleep with somebody. So she had these insecurities. She had no proof. There was nothing going on. She's just going by hearsay. Now, the guy would come to me and he would say, man, I'm tired of this. I'm tired. We got each other by last name. So he's like, Reed, I'm tired of this. I can't take this. We went on ship together. And while we was on ship, he was like, I can't take her always accusing me. She always accusing me. And the thing about it is that, she wanted to read the letters that I was sending home to my wife. She wanted to read the letters that the other guys were sending home to their wives, because she wanted to see if we said anything about her husband doing anything. So we go out and he's getting letters. I know you out there cheating on me. I know you out there pulling into these ports and messing with all these women. And we get to Barcelona, Spain. Not Barcelona. We get to Benidorm, Spain. Sorry. And he's just so frustrated. He's so tired. He's so irritated. So he cheats. I'm not condoning his cheating. But she pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed because of her insecurities that he cheated. He wound up cheating. He got tired of being blamed for something he wasn't doing. He was completely wrong to cheat, no matter how you slice it. But I wasn't completely mad at him. Now, he was an idiot. He allowed people to take pictures of his back because he was a white guy and she scratched him up. He boasted and bragged. He was dumb as heck for doing that. And by the time we get back, a whole bunch of stuff happened. She finds out he cheated. So now her insecurities are backed up. Now she's been accusing him for 5-7 years of cheating. Finally, she got some real proof. And so, yeah, her insecurities were deep. So finally she got some real proof. And now it just manifests itself over and over and over again. And the last thing that I ever told her was that I was with your husband for 2.5 years. He never cheated on you for 2.5 years. But every day you insisted that he was. He came home to frustration that he was. We would go out into the field. Like, this woman tried to sneak out until the where we was doing military training. And I told her, you did all of this and he never cheated on you. The man was on the boat depressed. You know how hard it is to be on a boat away from your family. We just finished with Desert Storm and you've been doing all this. And so, yeah, he did, because he got tired of you. He got tired of you accusing him. So she was insecure, and her insecurities manifested her reality. If you guys are on my Patreon, then you know I've been doing this series on the Hermetic Principles. And the Hermetic Principles, basically one of the main things is that if you contemplate something enough and then you start taking activities, then you will swing the pendulum to a mental manifestation of what it is, the very thing that you want, the very thing that you're saying, the very thing that you're thinking. Now, conversely to that, there was another wife that I knew of in the same unit. Her husband, he knew she never accused him of nothing. He come home, everything's great. She take care of him. You can't come to their house. Goodness, I have issues, but hers were very, very, yes, her issues were very deep, Angela. I had another guy. He was in my unit. His wife, totally opposite. We go out into the field. She made sure that everything that he had everything he needed to go out into the field. She made sure that he didn't have to worry about nothing, because military life is hard enough. Marine Corps life is even worse. So she made sure he had everything. Made sure he didn't have to. She took care of his uniform. She was on it, in it to win it. And when they had an opportunity to fly over to Barcelona and spend some time with their husbands, some of the wives who can afford it, some of the families who can afford it, she was one of those wives who flew over to Barcelona, so that when we was in port for 4 weeks in Barcelona, she spent those 4 weeks with her husband. And because she understood the hardship. Every time she sent him letters, she sent nothing but letters of love and letters of I miss you and things like that. And evidently she sent him pictures and all that kind of stuff, because he was sure, like, tuck away them pictures. So she was doing everything she can to reassure him of how much she loved him, right? That's a huge difference in insecurities and protecting the relationship. See, many of you, if any of you guys have been in the military, if any of you guys been in with the ship on the Navy, been on a ship with the Navy or in the Marine Corps or the Navy, you know you go out to these ports. You know that when the ships pull up in Barcelona, the women come out of the woodworks. You know that when we go to the clubs, the women come out of the woodworks because they know we've been on a ship for all this time. We got money. You know, they going after us. Let's see. Hold on. Richard said Christians are taught that having sex before marriage is a sin, but they do it anyway. We're not getting into that. Yeah, cheating is like, but they would do it anyways, and so it's really cheating. Like, what would you call it? We're not really talking about that, okay, tonight. But yeah, cheating is jacked up no matter how you look at it. And the fact of the matter is, this is one of the things about cheating. Oftentimes people cheat because of insecurities that are pushed towards them. Now, some people are just dogs. Hey, Christian. Ed. Some people are just dogs. Some people are just out to get as much as they can. But let's understand this, that insecurities push a person to cheat, can push a person to cheating. Insecurities can push a person to being verbally abusive. Insecurities can push a person to being physically abusive. It doesn't always manifest itself in them going out to be with somebody else. Insecurities can also push a person to divorce, or it can push a person into depression. Because I've seen one case, well, I've worked with one case where the insecurities of the man pushed a woman into deep depression to the point where she was contemplating suicide because she felt she could never make dude happy, make him happy. So insecurities can push you into a lot of places. Conversely to that is like the woman who was married to one of my other Marines. Yes, you can call it anxiety. She made sure that her husband was not that he didn't receive insecurities from her, but he received upliftment, that he received everything. He always knew that he had a great wife. She would send him pictures. She would send him letters. I mean, she wrote these love letters to him, and he used to get on my god doggone nerve, because I swear this man, every time mail call came, nobody got more mail than him. I mean, his wife wasn't I'm going to write you one letter a day. She was writing like 3-4 letters a day, and I'm showing my age talking about letters. But yeah, she would write him like 3-4 letters a day. Mail call come, he got a stack, you know what I'm saying? And then he got care packages with all the little, foods from home and all that kind of stuff. She would spray perfume. She would I swear she must have drowned the what do you call the things y'all put on, well, women used to put on their legs, when you get married and then you throw the thing, I forgot what it's called, but she would do those things class and session to make sure and douse them in perfume, so when it came, he pulled that thing out the box, he would smell her, he'd have her scent, and he would have that all the time, and he would sleep with those up under his pillow so that he was sleeping smelling her scent. Garter belts, thank you. So she was doing everything she possibly can to remind him of how much she loved him and how much she missed him, right? So she was protecting her relationship. She was protecting the relationship, not being insecure about the relationship. Okay? Now, I want to talk about aversion that I love. And if Brandon is still on here, yes, I'm about to use your information. So get over it. Use what we talked about, our conversation earlier today. So this is something, now that's an extreme. Most people are never going to experience the military lifestyle. Hey, there's my nephew Armando. He's on here though, but he's in the military. But no, most people are not going to experience that military separation of family. But let me explain something that you may experience. See, most of the people on here are grown, right? Armando's young. He doesn't know anything yet. But we're all grown here. We've experienced relationship. We have friends. We have family. We've been around for a while, for a minute. I'm 46. I've been here for a hot second, right? Now, me getting into a relationship at any point, like I just recently, like I have over the last few months, getting into a relationship, I know she has friends. She knows that I have friends of the opposite sex. We both have friends of the opposite sex. It's not uncommon. Most people can probably understand that. But here's the thing about insecurity. And let's see what y'all got to say about this one. So, I have friends, she has friends. Some of her friends really want to date her, but they know that they can't, so they put themselves in the friend zone. Some of them still actually want to date her, right? And they may make gestures. Some of my female friends, or people that I know, they may want to date me. Some have tried to date me. Some I used to date. And, so they're still in contact with me. They still have abilities to say stuff, right? So here's the question, Facebook and YouTube. If somebody's been put in the friend zone, but they still are carrying a torch for that male or that female, should they still be allowed to be in the friend zone? Period. If you're developing a relationship, does the energy of the person who, even though they say things like, yes, I'm your friend and I just want to make sure that you're having a good relationship. I'm your friend and I just want you to be happy and I'm your friend. And, I just want to make sure, that you're not getting treated, that you get treated well, that, I'm always going to be happy for you, but they still carrying that little torch and they still say all that kind of stuff, right? They your friend. They saying they're your friend. And that's all they really are. And they understand their position. But they sitting in the cut. They're waiting. They're waiting to see what happens. They're never going to make any hard advances, but they're looking to see any chinks in the armor. Should you allow those people to still just be friends? Right? And I hear you. Dina says boundaries must be set. But where is the boundary? Where does the line cross from insecurities to protecting the relationship? You see, my friend Brandon, him and his wife, it's basically like this. If you're not his friend, you're not. If you're not his friend, if somebody's not both of their friends or at least acquaintances, you're not friends at all. You're not part of the program. If somebody's still carrying a torch for you, if somebody liked you, but then they trying to hold, they acting that, oh, I'm in the boundaries. I'm over here in the wings, but they still like you. Do you allow that person to even still maintain contact? Because ladies, let me tell you ladies something real quick, right? You're more than friends. Let's see. What does Shondell say? Yes, they can be your friend. However, they can't give you any advice. Your current relationship, they can't know too much about your relationship, right? So, yeah, and that's right, Capricia. Good concept. They should have both friends. And Angela agreed with Brandon's wife, as long as they don't cross the line. And see, Dak said as long as they don't cross the line. But okay, I hear y'all. I'm hearing you. As long as they don't cross the line, right? They can still be friends. They can hold them. They can hold that spot. They can hold that spot, right? I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm with Brandon, right? Right? If your friends aren't for your marriage first, then they're truly not your friends. Right? They're truly not your friends. They're leaving the door open for opportunities. Right? Are you leaving it? And that's the question. That's the first thing. If you're allowing them to stay, are you leaving the door open? Is that what you're trying to do? Are you not 100% secure in your relationship? That you leave a door open just in case? See, that's not good. Because now you're saying you're not truly into the relationship. So you shouldn't even be. You shouldn't even be in a relationship if you want to leave the door open. Right? They don't need friends to be friends. They're sneaky. And see, ladies, let me tell you something, ladies. Let me tell you the mind of a man. So let's say there's a girl. I like her, but then, we can't date for whatever reason. And then she put me in the friend zone. And then I'm laying in the cut, but I'm watching her in other relationships. I see her get hurt and all that. And I'm always telling her that, you know what? You have too much value to allow some dude to hurt you. I want you to be happy and I want you to find a really good relationship. These guys don't respect you. They don't understand how valuable you are. Now, this is what I'm telling her as a friend. Then she go date some other guy and then he doesn't treat her right. And I'm like, you got to have more self-respect. You see, you are an amazing woman. You are an amazing mother. You are amazing, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you all this nice stuff because all I'm doing, I'm stacking. Have you talked this over with your significant other about the friends? Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. But and see, boundaries. This is what I'm talking about, though. See that guy who is your friend, he's your best friend. Oh, he's always there. I know that game. I'll be your best friend. I'll be in the cut. I'll keep on just be like, you deserve better. You deserve somebody who understands. I see how hard you work. I see that I see that you're a special kind of lady. It's so many. Your heart is so big. You love so much, but you keep allowing yourself to get caught up with these wrong guys. These guys who can't appreciate you. And then when we hang out as friends, I'm gonna show you how much I appreciate you. I'm gonna treat you better than those other guys you've been out with. See, you may have put me in the friend zone, but I'm constantly adding to the fact that I'm going to be there for you. And you put me in the friend zone. And even when you're with the guy And I'm going to give you good advice. You sit up there and, I don't know if, he was kind of, no, just give him time. Maybe he didn't understand. Maybe he didn't mean, all this kind of stuff. I'm going to give you some good advice as if I'm trying to help you in your relationship. But what I'm really doing is I'm stacking up all the jacked up things that he's doing, right? So I would keep doing that. And that's what a guy friend who is doing that kind of thing is doing. That's what a female friend does, right? I had we don't need friends of the opposite sex giving us any advice during, exactly. We don't. Because when you allow that guy that is carrying a torch for you, all of his advice is tainted. All of his goodwill is tainted. Same thing with a female. All her good advice to the guy is tainted. All of it has problems. None of it is good, right? You're exactly, Cornelia, you're making room for it to take over. So what I'm saying is that the only boundary that you can set with a guy or a girl of the opposite sex within your friendship is for them to not be your friend, period. To not even be involved in your life. Because if somebody is holding a torch for you, then their goal is to end your relationship. Their goal is to keep on working on you until they can have you. So they're not there for you, no matter how you try to slice it. And when you think that you're strong enough, let me tell you, if a guy or a girl really wants you, they can keep chipping. They'll keep chipping. They'll keep chipping. They'll can chip. 10 years now went by, they still chipping. 15 years now went by, they still chipping. They gonna keep chipping at your little tail until they get you. Until they get you, they still chipping. That's why they still there. And yeah, they'll go on and they'll have relationships themselves, but they'll make sure that they have surface relationships. They make sure that their relationship is always in a situation where they can leave that person that they're with so that they can get with you. I've seen it. Seen it too many times. Seen it yes, Alex, 10 dang on years. I watched a guy chip away at a relationship for 16 years until he finally got that woman. And I watched it and I was telling the woman, he loves you. He wants to be with you. He's just waiting to weaken you, to get you in the right situation, waiting for that perfect time. I've watched a woman do that towards a man. I watched a woman do it for 20. Well, you know what? Let me not say I watched her. By the time I found out about it, it had already been 20 years. And I watched her do it for another like 7 or 8 years until she got the daggone man. Right? So I'm telling you, there is a difference between insecurities and protecting your relationship. Yes, 16 years. And the other one was like 26 years. There's a difference. You see, protecting your relationship is to eliminate all those kinds of things. Get those distractions out of your way. You can't have that. You can't. First of all, you got to unblock yourself. Allow the love to flow. But you got to remove people out of your relationship. I know you say, yes, I'm very, very serious. And that's just a couple. I've seen this a bunch of times. And I see it. I see it going on right now. There are plenty of people on Facebook that I know of. They know that other people are in relationships, and I'm watching how they comment and how they like everything that they do, and they love everything that they do, and they make their little nice comments about everything that the person does. They're always there. They're always making comments. They see you post something, they the first one to like it, they the first one to love it, they comment on it. They see you post a picture of yourself, and they, hey Karen, and they the first one. Oh, you so beautiful today. Oh, I love that dress. Oh, I love that hair. Oh, you got a new haircut. Oh, I love the beard. It fits your face real nice. Oh, your skin is so beautiful. They're always there giving you compliment. And there's nothing wrong with somebody complimenting you, but it's the overboard. It's the overboard. I got friends on Facebook, and I will purposely make sure I don't compliment them every goddamn day. I will purposely make sure I don't like every picture that they post up, because I'm not trying to I want to respect any relationship they do have or do not have. But the other part is, I'm making sure my woman doesn't think that I'm trying to like somebody by liking their stuff every day. I'm not doing that. I won't do it. Because why? Not because I feel like because I'm protecting the relationship. Right? I'm protecting my relationship by making sure I don't overly compliment anybody. I can't overly compliment any woman. As much as I got friends of mine who are females, and I love them to death. Like, I would do almost anything for them as long as it's not injury to myself or my own relationship. But I will make sure I don't over compliment them. I will make sure that I'm not overly, attentive towards them, because I cannot risk messing up my relationship. So you have to protect your relationship. Because if you don't, then you're going to ruin what you got over here. And guess what? Your friend is moving on with their lives. You're not with your friend. And you're sitting there looking stupid thinking like, well, I was just being a friend. No. But let's be real. If you're doing that, you're creating insecurities on the other side, because you're showing tendencies of you trying to be with somebody. Right? So you have to keep right, exactly, AJ. You got to keep these people at a distance or get rid of them. Look, I'm going to tell you, there were people who Merry Christmas me yesterday, right? Happy Holiday me yesterday, who I know carry a torch. They got zero response from me yesterday. It is not that I'm trying to be mean. It is not that a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays is a problem. They got zero response because if you're even the slightest response to some people is an anchor, is an attachment. It's a way of, oh, you're still thinking about me. Oh, well, let me tell you Happy New Year. Oh, well, let me tell you that I hope you're having a great year. Oh, well, let me tell you this and let me tell you that. And all of a sudden you went from a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to them texting you every day, right? You start getting information from them all the time, because now they think exactly the door. They think you've opened the door. See, I know we want to be polite to people all the time, but sometimes you can't be polite. You got to let them know right off the whip. Right? And I've literally had people, while I was in a relationship, just straight up, she ain't good enough for you. You need to be with a woman like me. I'm better for you than her. Now, when people are telling you that they're better for you than her, they start sending you messages all the time. They start sending you pictures all the time. You cannot indulge that. You have to kick them to the curb harshly. Harshly. They're not going to understand, well, you know what? I appreciate the fact that you think that I'm a good guy, handsome guy, whatever guy, but I'm with such and such, and I'm really enjoying our relationship. So even though I'm flattered, I appreciate it, but could you not do that? I swear, if my lady, if I heard something like that coming from I'd be like, have you lost your mind? You better tell that fool that he disrespecting this relationship. And it's not because I have an insecurity, it's because I'm protecting our relationship. Let this fool know that there is only one lion in this territory, and rogue lions, when they come in, they get devoured. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And it may seem crazy. It may seem insecure or overprotective, but what I'm protecting is the relationship. And here's the thing. See, I think it will be insecure or overprotected if the first time somebody says something, I'm the one going rushing off into her DM, whatever you call them, and I'm the one running over to the guy like, hey, this is my woman. You better back off. No. Hey, babe, this is what I do. Hey, I'm about protecting this relationship. Now, in protecting this relationship, I can't have a guy sitting up here trying to send you some stuff talking about he miss you, that you look beautiful or you look sexy. I can't. That's not going to work, because see, that's interfering. His energy, we gonna have enough negative energy of people who already don't like the fact that we're in a great relationship. You're gonna have that no matter what. There's always somebody hating your relationship, but we can't allow the known people to try to interfere with our relationship. So I need you to harshly, directly cut that off. Okay? I need that handle. Now, if she don't want to handle it because she thinks that I'm being too mean, then me and her gonna have a little problem. And if we're gonna maintain this relationship, it got to get cut off. All right? It's just because there's too many people that don't want you to have a great relationship. There's way, way too many, right? Because I guarantee I love sitting in the park. I love walking down the street in the city, and I love seeing people. And when you see a couple and they're walking and holding hands, or they showing a whole bunch of love and affection towards each other, you'll see some people that are like, oh yeah, I like that's kind of cool. But then you'll see more people like, they need to get a room. Or they don't need to be. It ain't all that. They ain't got to be all on each other like that. It ain't that big. They always got something negative to say about it, right? There's always somebody who you got enough of outside people sending you negative energy that y'all got to fight against. You have tons of negative energy y'all got to fight against. Right. Misery loves company. Exactly. So when you got people who are actively in your business, actively trying to chink at your little armor, sabotage your situation, you got those who are just blatant. You got to cut them fools. You got to cut them. Right? Exactly. Capricia, there ain't nothing wrong with PDA. Shoot, that's the problem with a lot of these people, especially you dudes. Y'all be acting like y'all can't hold your woman hand. You can't walk down the street hugging your woman. Y'all be acting like you can't show her no affection on the street and then all that kind of stuff. And you care about what other people think. I don't give a flying flip what other people think. If I'm going to grab my woman's butt in public, guess what I'm going to do? I'm grabbing it. I'm in hand. And if she don't like it, I'm telling her, you better get used to it. Because this is what I do. You got to hold it up for you. But Capricia, stop it. So, thing about it is, it's about protecting your relationship. Stop laughing at me, AJ. It's about protecting your relationship, right? And that's what I want. I need people, you know. Pop said, I wish I had held my wife's hand in public. Now I'm trying to do things to hold her hand at home. Yeah, you got to do these things, man. I literally dated a girl, right? Many years ago. And I knew it wasn't going to work when we was walking down the sidewalk and I reached to hold her hand and she said, ooh, I got to get used to this. I'm not used to this. I don't know. I feel kind of, she was acting all like that. And then later on, like a couple weeks later, I'm trying to hold her hand again. She was just like, oh, all this for fake. She was acting. I was like, oh, this ain't working. This is not going to work. I had to let that go. That wasn't going to work for me. I knew that right off then. I had to break that off. And I did. I had to break that off because I can't, that's just not going to work with me. And that's one of the things about this book that I'm writing. It's about knowing yourself. You got to know who you are, right? You got to know how you are in a relationship. If you don't know how you are in a relationship, then you are going to match yourself up with the wrong kind of people. And if you're matched up with the wrong person, then you can't protect the relationship, right? Because there are so many outside forces that are trying to destroy your relationship. Hey, Passion. But they're trying to destroy your relationship because they're either subconsciously or consciously trying to break your relationship up, right? And this social media environment that we're in. Okay, so me and my brother had a discussion about this about a week ago, actually. He doesn't like to post things about his relationship. And I want to talk about this part. And I'm not putting him under this bus, but he doesn't like to post things about his relationship. He never has. He never does. That's just his personality. But I know of a lot of people who say that, and we're going to go back to insecurities. Yes, you're late. There are a lot of people who are, they would call this an insecurity. They don't like to post things on their relationship on Facebook or Instagram or nothing like that. And a lot of people are justified in saying that, well, I don't want everybody in my business. And I get that. You don't want everybody in your business in every aspect because people got so many things to say. But the most common thing that I've heard is people saying that I don't want to post my relationships on Facebook because I'm afraid of what other people may say. I'm afraid of people who are trying to break the relationship or trying to be negative about the relationship. I'm afraid. See, anytime you put a negative emotion towards why you won't do something, then it's being done out of fear and an insecurity, right? Hey, Corbin, it's been done that way. And anytime something's done out of fear and then it's an insecurity, it's already damaged. It's going to break, right? So you if you just decided you're just a private person, see, my brother's just a private guy, right? Either that or he's hiding or trying to hide something true. But my brother's just a private guy, right? The only thing you'll see about him is his motorcycles and the fact that places he like to eat, grandkids. That's it. That's all he gonna post, period. But everything else about him is very private. So I get what he have people say, oh, I don't want to post things because I'm afraid, I don't want to hear, I don't want people thinking this or thinking that. Then those people's opinions, those people's thoughts have too much power in your relationship. And you can't allow those people's thoughts and opinions to have that kind of power, that kind of energy overflow in your relationship. If so, then you are not strong enough for your relationship. And I know people are going to think, well, no, you don't want people because all that negative energy. But you have to be strong enough in your relationship that no matter what the environment you're in, whether seen or unseen, nobody else's energy can interfere with it but your own. And if you are protecting the relationship, then there are certain things you do to strengthen the relationship. One of those things is there is nothing on my page that any woman that I'm with, that the young lady that I'm dating now, there's nothing on my page that I am embarrassed or I would hide from her. I would never hide. There's nothing to hide. So I'll put whatever. There's nothing on my phone that I need to hide. She can grab my phone and go through it, no problem. I'm not trying to hide anything. So there's nothing for me to hide. Now, here's the thing about putting things out there. Sometimes putting stuff out there allows people who are trying to get at you to say, get the heck on because I'm with somebody. There is a couple of people who constantly are, and there's nobody who's on here right now, just to let you guys know, just so that nobody feels any kind of way. But there were a couple of people who was on my Facebook who, some of their messaging, some of their stuff, I didn't like it. And this is when I wasn't dating anybody. It was too much. It wasn't something I wanted. And so I didn't want them thinking they had an opportunity with me. So I had to shut it down. Right. So by me posting now posting the pictures I did yesterday, if they are still watching because my page is public, then it further lets them know to back the heck off, to move on with their own lives, that they're not my type. And keep moving. And I didn't show interest when I knew you. So keep moving. So sometimes posting things I didn't post anything because or I wasn't posting anything because I had a fear. I didn't post anything because I did post because I did want to protect the relationship, because I want to keep and shield off people who need to get away. They need to move on. And I'm trying to do it, let them see it before I get raw on them and tell them to get the hell on. Cause I can get that way. I can, you go too far, I'll cuss you out and tell you, you need to go somewhere. Because the thing about it, and don't get me wrong, guys, I love y'all. I love y'all. I do. Right. But I'm not waking up next to any of y'all. I'm not living my whole life seeing any of y'all every day. I'm not planning my life of being with any of y'all every day, because I ain't seen her name on here yet, so I don't think she's watching. But I when I'm with somebody, that's who I plan to live my life with. When I get deeper and deeper, as I get deeper and deeper into the relationship, that's where I plan on spending my life with. So the thing about it, the only person I'm concerned about is her, right? I ain't really concerned about y'all. So when it comes to that. So if y'all, that's right, put some respect on it. So let's say some of y'all was like, oh, I don't think you should have put those pictures on Facebook. So you ain't my woman. And I'm straight, so you ain't my dude either. Let's say some of y'all said, well, I don't think you should be showing y'all in all these places because, we ain't got started. I ain't got started with pictures yet. You just wait. I don't care. Oh, you just showing too much of your life. It's exactly, Cornelia. It's my Facebook page. I put on there what I want to put on there. If you don't like it, unfriend me. Stop watching. Nobody said you had to be here, because it ain't about you. Because in 50 years, if I ain't waking up next to you, I'm waking up next to her. So forget y'all at that point. It's really that simple. And you have to build that inside yourself where you can say, I ain't worried about the rest of everybody else. It's interesting that to open up your heart chakra, you have to open yourself up for new love, right? But then to open your crown chakra, you have to be able to release your earthly attachments. It's kind of like a divine paradox in a sense, right? That you open yourself up to new love, but you release all your earthly attachments. So I can open myself up to new love and have it, and I can let all y'all go. I can open myself up to new love, and I can let anybody who don't like it, I can let you go. I can open up myself up to new love, and for all those who don't have my best interest at heart, you can kick rocks. You have to develop that mentality. Now, of course, there's the throat chakra in the middle, which is communication and creativity. There's your third eye that gives you vision so that you can truly see people and see things for what they really are. So you use all those things together, and you have an awareness of who's for you and who's not, who's on your side and who's not. If a person always trying to find, and you got to be mindful of who they are. Because like I said earlier, they can try to destroy your relationship by being negative, or they can try to destroy your relationship by fake support of your relationship. That they give you backhanded compliments all the time about you, or backhanded advice, about your relationship. So anybody who's doing that, they need to be removed from your relationship. Nobody asks you. Nervous some people. Exactly. Right. They need to get on because they're jealous. And here's the thing, people. I used to believe this whole idea that how they say I'm in Atlanta, and they're always saying that there's the number of men to women, that men outnumber women 7-1 and 8-1 and 12-1 and all that kind of stuff, right? You know that I did some research, and that's a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Hey, Robin, Washington, I ain't seen you in a long time, girl. But that's a bunch of bull, right? Exactly. Young elder, they can kick rocks. The world population is almost dead even, right? It's like 70,000 people, 700 million people difference, which is in the world scope of 7 billion over 7. That's not a lot, right? So, and in the city of Atlanta, and see, Capricia says 30-1. No, it's not 30-1 in actuality. Because when you just when you really boil it down, the ratio of men to women are roughly the same. They're roughly 1-to-1. It's slight that there's more women than men. It's very slight. And I know people are like, well, what about the men in jail? And what about the ones who are married? And what about the ones who are gay? And all this kind of stuff. Well, here's the thing. There are way more men in jail than women, true. It's not 31 in Atlanta, right? You got to go to the whole metro, Capricia. But there are more men in jail than women, true. But when it comes to married men, and say, well, they're all married. Well, they married somebody. They're married to a woman. So that woman's out of the picture too. So we come back even. In Atlanta, there is just as many gay men as there are gay women. So that balances itself out as well. Every woman does have an opportunity to find a man, and every man has an opportunity to find a woman. All right? We really, really, really do. Now, a lot of people, all you do is go to work, and you go to the grocery store, and you go home. And that's all you do. And then on the weekends, you're running around trying to pay some stuff or trying to run some errands, and you're going to sleep. You might hang out with a friend here and there, but that's all you're doing. So unless it's the UPS man, or the FedEx man, or the mailman, or a woman, that's all the people you're seeing. Or you're just seeing the people that you see at work. And maybe you work with a bunch of women, I don't know. Maybe you work with a bunch of dudes, I don't know. Maybe like me, you work with yourself most of the time. But, you see these same people all the time. That's all you see. So in your mind, yeah. There's not a lot of them. And then when you go out places, yeah, you see you see more women than men in a lot of different places. Now, a lot of you women mess stuff up yourself. Y'all show up somewhere, it's about 4, 5, 6 of y'all rolling deep. I'm sorry, most men aren't going to approach 4, 5, 6 women at the same time. And I'm going to tell you something else, women. Let me tell you something about dudes. Let's say we see a bunch of women. I see about 4 women. All y'all look good, right? I'm looking at all y'all. I'm thinking to myself, like, I can get with her, I can get with her, I can get with her. Maybe it's one out the back that I'll be like, nah, she ain't my type. But I can get with any one of those 3. The problem is all 3 of y'all are together. And even though, Crystal says she needs to go out more. Even though I can get with any 3 out of the 4, the problem is that if I approach one and I approach the wrong one, I have no shot with the other 2 because no woman want to be second choice or third choice. So when I see 3, 4 women together, I can't approach none of y'all because more than likely, if I pick the wrong one, I only got a 25% chance of being right. If I pick the wrong one, then I'm done. I'm done with that group. So then I got to go to the next group. And then the next group. And after a while, you get tired of going to groups. And then when you step up to a group, if I pick the wrong one, the rest of y'all looking at me like I'm crazy. Or you're laughing, you got your little jokes, your little sarcasm, whatever it is. You're trying to kill my confidence. Right? All right, see, on YouTube, Papa said, let them pick you. Which unfortunately is one of the things I used to do. But here's the problem with that. Pop. Josh said 33% beats 0%. Shoot your shot, coach. All right, I get that, but because they really do. They do pick you. That's true. But here's the problem. I got tired of women picking me that I wasn't picking them. This sounds so horrible, but I'm going to say it the right way. I'm going to say it the way it is. Too often in my life, the one that picked me is the one that I don't want to be with. I don't know why. It was getting on my god doggone nerves when I was dating. But it always seemed like the one that, if it's 4 of them now, the one that I say, she's not my type, is the very god doggone one that will that be looking at me the most and thinking, and I thought maybe I was just being too nice to everybody. I don't know what it is, but the wrong one always seemed to want to pick me. And I don't like that, because I don't want somebody picking me. I need to do the picking myself. And I've got myself into a messed up situation because I allowed the woman to pick me. So even though I understand, I ain't doing that no god doggone more. All right? Cause and I don't, but you're right though, Josh. You got to shoot your shot. You come up wrong, you move on to the next group or whatever. But ladies, stop walking around in a group of 5, 6 women. All right? Yeah, girls' night out only. Yeah, you can have 50, 11 women with you. But other than that, 2. Just 2 of y'all. And that's for protection. That's it. That's all you need. Just 2. This many. Stop all that with 50, 11 people with you. Don't nobody want to see all that. Because you're building a wall that's like make it more difficult, right, for a guy to actually approach you, And I know you don't want to go out by yourself. I get it, but don't go out with 50, 11 people, because guys that and then even if we're in a group, now we trying to figure out, well, I want to go help, and I want to get help. Well, both of y'all want to get, it's too much. That's why I've never hung out with more than 2 dudes at the same time, and most of the time I hang out with no dudes, and I go somewhere by my god doggone self. Right, so they ain't got to worry about that. Right, it's like entering a Lions League, split up. Right, I only roll with one, and we attract totally different men. Exactly. And that's the other thing. I'm gonna go hang out with a dude that we don't attract the same type woman, so I ain't got to worry about it. That's how it goes. But for real, we getting off track. It's about protecting the relationship and insecurity. But when you get into the relationship, it's all about protecting the relationship, guys. You got to protect it. And I know it may seem like insecurities and on some level, but this is where you have to explain to your mate. You have to explain to them, the purpose of what you're doing, why these people who may have been imitating as your friends can no longer be your friends, and you cannot confide in them the details of our relationship. They should not be contacting you. They shouldn't be writing you on the DM thing. They shouldn't be doing all of that crap, because they're not for this relationship. And if somebody's not for it, they really need to be removed from it. You can't have people with subtle flirtations trying to send their little pictures and send their little comments and send you videos of songs and send you over the top Christmas cards or gifts, and you can't have that stuff will break down your relationship, and you're going to find yourself by yourself again, right? And you're going to wonder, you're going to be like, oh, he was just insecure, girl. He wasn't insecure. He was trying to protect your relationship, and you weren't listening. She was trying to protect your relationship, and you weren't listening, because dudes also getting that mindset that, she's just a friend. I can handle, ain't nobody worried about her. Ain't nobody. Y'all lying. Because the moment y'all feel a little anger, frustration, and she makes herself available, you'll go tap that in a heartbeat. You're lying. Y'all ass is lying on that one, dudes. I know you. So that's bull. Because if you get frustrated enough, if a dude get frustrated, every guy has his limit. Ladies, listen to me. I'm telling you. Men, we are so physical before we are emotional. Most men, just truth. We physical. That's why we like some little light in the room, because we like to see what's going on, And when y'all be like, oh man, I don't look good here, and we looking at you like, baby, you look good to me, because we physical. We like to see. So stop all that covering stuff up, wearing these moo-moos. Please, hey, ladies, do me a favor, bring lingerie back. Please. Can y'all bring lingerie back? I really appreciate it if y'all would bring lingerie back. Please. But we very visual. So we are incredibly visual, and the thing about it is we're very physical as well. Every dude has his limit, his intimacy, sexual limit, that he can go without intimacy or sex. Just the way it is, right? When y'all start cutting it off because you think you got us now, when you start, well, I'm tired, well, I'm sleepy, and we sitting up there making teepees out of the blankets, and we over there, and you say, you okay? Nah, and we lie. I'm fine. I'm good. Lying through our teeth. We ain't fine. We ain't good. We pissed. We feeling frustrated. Now, if you sick, you haven't had a hard day, things been rough, we can understand. But you can't have a hard day every day. That's right. Keep them lights on. That's right, Eaton. Keep them lights on. Some kind of light, like the light from your phone or something, playing some slow stuff on Pandora, whatever, something. But, you know, I can go a day. I can go 2 days. Third day, I'm starting to get a little frustrated. Starting to feel a little something, you know. Feel like something crawling on me. Fourth day, kind of wondering. You ain't showing me no interest. And I can't be still showing all the interest all the time either. You know, we ladies, the dudes live, they say they don't like for y'all to show them interest. But fourth day, feeling some kind of way. Fifth day, I'm a little pissed because I'm like, what the hell going on? You know, if you're on your womanhood, you know what's going on. And some dudes don't care if you're on your womanhood. But what's going on? I need to know. I need some answers. You sick? You got problems I don't know about? You know, you need a massage because you need a bath. I clean the house, whatever, something. You got to tell me something. 6th day, really getting mad. 7 days, oh, we about to have some. We probably already not had some conversation. I'm probably already showed you that I got an attitude, right? So I'm just letting you know. Every dude's gonna have his own limit, his own clock. Some dudes they may be more patient. Their drive may not be as heavy, or they may not feel it. And I know y'all thinking. Some women think like y'all just need to be the control that. Y'all just look at us like we are a hole in the wall or whatever. Look, it ain't like that. It's the way you wake up. The way every day you get hungry, you have hunger pains. Imagine not eating for 3, 4, 5 days. Imagine not eating for 7, 8, 9, 10 days. That's what it feels like to a dude. All right. It's like hunger pains. We can't stop it from going. It's there. And truth be told, y'all got the same doggone hunger pains too. It's just that y'all will allow a woman somehow, some miracle. Most women, not all, can just be like, I'm tired. I just don't even feel it. Y'all emotionalize it where we are just physical. All right. We left brain. It's just all logic and physical. Y'all can get right brain and emotionalize it. Most women, not all, but most women can just emotionalize it and be like, nah, you know, I'm good. I just want to go sleep. No, I'm good. I'm just tired. You know, y'all can emotionalize. We just, it's like, I'm hungry. You can only go 3 days without I think it's 7 days. How many days? 7 days without drinking water, with no water, and you'll pretty much die. Right? Right, because it's more mental. Angela says it's more mental for a woman, right? So, one dude said, nobody has said, yeah, so don't piss us off. But I'm just saying, like, you can't expect your man, just because you have a ring on your finger, just because you have a piece of paper that says you're married, just because you have children, just because y'all under the same roof, stop thinking that, okay, well, I'll get him tomorrow. 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 Yeah, she said 3 days without water. But I'll get him tomorrow. Because tomorrow turns into a week turns into more weeks and more weeks and months. And then it becomes a habit, right? And once that habit sets in, then guess what? That friend that you allowed us to keep, that friend who's just been like subtly staying in the wings, now that friend about to get some. Now that friend's patient. Oh, sorry, YouTube dropped phone. Now that friend's patience, yeah, Ian said we were much better arguing. Exactly. But now that friend who's been patient, about to get some. That friend who's been waiting for 5 years, who's been waiting for 10 years. I know, I dropped the phone. I know you get frustrated, right? But I got to get another, anyway. But that friend who's been waiting, now they about to get some. Now they about to get some, they about to get their time in. that one who been chipping away, she been sitting on the sideline. She been saying that, oh, you and him, y'all, yeah, you know what? She is very pretty, and y'all do make a nice couple. Yeah, you know what? You show her so much love, and she should. I just know she is so appreciative of all the love that you show her and all the care and all the consideration that you show her. You are such a wonderful man, always doing so much for her. And then you like, yeah, I know I be doing all this stuff for her, but guess what? She ain't even trying to give me none. We ain't had sex in 7-8 days. Oh, it's all right. She get the back of that head. It's you deserve a better. Next thing you know, he laying up there looking at the ceiling thinking, how in the hell I get in this situation? And how am I going to get out? Right? I'm telling you, it happens. It happens. All right? It happens. It's just truth. Okay? That's just truth. Right? Y'all laughing at me, but that's just the truth. It just happens that way. Right? And dudes, it don't just happen your way. I heard that way as well. You dudes are so. I'm gonna just say this the way I want to say it. Sometimes, guys, we are so stupid. Not too long ago, I was at an event, and I heard this woman talking about her man, and the fact that he comes home from work. Now he works, he provides, put a roof over the head. She doesn't have to work. He does. I mean, he works hard. He does all this stuff, and she got 2 cars that she can drive. He got a car. She does it. He is a provider, like a big dog, right? Big time provider. But he comes home every day from work. He goes into he says, hey, how you doing? They never have conversation where everything stops and they just have conversation with each other. You see, protect the relationship. Stop everything and have conversation with each other. See, in my relationship, get home, hey, we need a few minutes where there's undivided attention towards each other. But he doesn't stop and give her any attention. He's doing stuff in the midst of talking to her about her day, his day. Then he goes and he plays little video games. He's my age, 46. He's playing these little stupid video games for like hours on end. And I'm not saying a guy can't play video games, but come on, man, every day, for real. But he's playing his little video games, and then, going on about, and then he would go about his whole day. Well, here's the thing. She was talking about how she wants to get a job, right? Because she wants to have more things to do in her life. Let me tell you what's going to happen, because I've seen it happen. She's going to get a job. It's going to be some dude there. That dude is going to be showing her attention. He's going to become her work husband. This may take some time, but she will she will get a work husband. And when she gets that work husband, she will start giving him emotions. And she will emotionally cheat on your dumb butt, right? You have to elevate it. Okay. But she's going to cheat on you. She may not be physical initially, but she's going to get that work husband. And she's going to give him those emotions because he's going to be like, I really like that dress that you wore yesterday. Those shoes, the way you look so good in heels. I really like those shoes. Is that a new dress? Oh, that dress, the way it fits you so perfectly, the way that dress looks on you. I really do like it. Oh, your hair. Did you change your hair today? No, you didn't? Wow, just something about you. I don't know. Girl, you glowing today. I don't know what you're doing, but you glowing. I'm going out for some lunch. You want me to bring you something back? See, first, it ain't the date. It ain't the invite. It ain't the come with me. I'm finna run out and get some lunch. You want me to bring you something back? And I know you like sweet tea. So I'll bring you some sweet tea. I'll stop right over at that special place that you like. I know you like their sweet tea. I'm going to go get that. I'm going to bring you some sweet tea and bring your favorite. Right? And I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep it every day. I'm going to pick up. You want something? I got you. Keep bringing. Hey, you know what? Why don't you go with me? Now you got that work husband. Now we going out. Now all of a sudden we spend some quality time with each other. Now we out laughing and joking. Now we out doing things that you wish you were doing with your husband, but now I'm doing it with you as your work husband. Next thing you know, we taking some long lunch breaks. All of a sudden, now maybe we should take a little trip together. And your dumb butt playing video games thinking that everything's cool. Because you let her give her emotions to that daggone work husband. You're not protecting the relationship. I'm telling you right now, guys, you got to protect your relationship. You got to come home. I don't give a damn how tired you are. I don't care what your stress has been like. It doesn't matter how the traffic was. I don't care what video game you like playing. When you come home, you need to give that woman your undivided attention. I don't care if she's a housewife, which is an incredibly hard job to have. But if she's a housewife, come home and do something in that doggone house. Because trust me, she's doing something that enables you to go to work and do whatever the hell you're doing. So you need to come home, give her that attention, not distracted by anything. If them kids is getting on her nerves, you need to come home and handle them little rat jokers to make sure that they're not getting on her nerves and she get a break. You need to make sure she is able to go pursue some of the things that fulfill her life, hobbies, work, whatever it is that gives her some fulfillment. And your dumb ass got to be attentive to that and show some interest. She's talking about stuff that you may not be interested in. You better learn it and get interested in it, because there's a work husband, or there's a husband at the little paint thing, or there's a somebody somewhere. And trust me, I've even seen it where the work husband is the guy who works at a certain store that she goes to all the time to buy certain things, and she be buying stuff she don't even need. Why? Because she know when she go there, that joker gonna get her some attention. But your dumb self don't know how to protect the relationship, because you so caught up into what you doing. You so caught up in thinking that, I provide for her. I put this house, she got a roof, she driving this car, she got these clothes, we go on vacation, she can go do whatever she want to do. Man, please, she want your attention, fool. She want your attention. And you don't want to give it to her because you think that these material things is what's going to keep her. If that's the case, you need to go find your gold digging chick, because then that'll work on her. Or let me be politically correct. Go find somebody whose love language is gifts. How about that? Make you feel better? Yeah. No, most women want your attention. They want to know that you are interested in them, that you notice them, that you're paying attention to them, right? Her damn back hurt, rub it. I don't care what she ain't doing. Her feet hurt, rub it. I don't care what you think you're doing. Go and take care of her. Stop her in the middle of whatever she's doing and dance with her and hold her, rock with her, kiss her, something with her, fool. Because you got to protect the relationship. You got, and if other guys are like, man, why you doing that? Man, you ain't got to do all that. Man, that's too much. You need to kick them fools to the curb. You need to let them go. Don't be none left. I know that's but you gotta let them go. You can't. Oh, thank you, young elder. Appreciate that. You just did a super chat. And I knocked down the phone. I swear I'm gonna get me another tripod for the other phone. But I'm serious, guys. You I keep dropping this other phone, y'all. I'm sorry. But you have to ensure that you are protecting your relationship just as much as you expect. Hey, Michelle, just as much as you expect women to do all these things to keep you interested. Why should any dude expect a woman to keep her body in shape, but you won't keep the attention and the romance in shape? I'm just saying. You want her to look good. You want her to still stay sexy, right? You want her to do that, right? You want her to stay in shape. You need to stay in shape too. You need to stay in romantic shape. You need to stay in mental attention shape for her, right? It works both ways. It's two sides of this thing, right? It's not one-sided. So you got to do both sides. And ladies, yes, I'm sorry. Like I said earlier, we are visual. We are visual. If when I met you and fell in love with you, you were a size 8 or 9 or 10, I forgot how it go, right? If you were that size, and yes, it goes up and it can go down, but it doesn't go from a size 8 to a size 16, and I'm supposed to still be happy about that. All right, that don't work. No, hell no. So it's not just the beauty fades. No, beauty in my eye does not fade. It does not. You'll still be beautiful, but you cannot still be beautiful twice as big as you were when I first met you. Or for me, I go both ways. I can't take you twice as big, and I can't take you twice as small. You know, I'm 236 pounds. I can't handle a little bitty girl. She probably break or something. And then I can't handle a big girl either, because I just not my type. I'm just saying. You know, you can't start out taking care of your hair and then all of a sudden you walk around with that damn bag on your head. I'm visual. I can't do it. Right? I used to see you. You didn't hardly wear makeup, just a little eyeliner, a little lipstick, and now all of a sudden you got, clown. I'm afraid of clowns. I can't do that. Right? So you gotta take care of that. I'm trying to take care of me. You gotta try to take care of you. I gotta take care of your emotions, your heart, I got to remember that, but you got to take care of my physicalities. You got to take care of my physical, okay? So it works both ways, and we got to understand that from one another. And we got to stop this bull that you should just love me no matter what. Because I'm sorry, a lot of relationships break up. You're not protecting the relationship when you go in it with a mentality of you got to love me no matter what. When I was married, she used to say divorce is not an option. And I used to say, no, you need to understand that divorce is a real option. That people actually take that opportunity. That if you 180 me, then it will be a reality. And you need to have that in your mind, not for a point of fear, but for a point of protecting the relationship to make sure that you're doing what got me, right? You got to keep doing what got me. I got to keep doing what got you. And as we grow and develop and have more experiences, we got to keep doing even more things that got each other, that makes us continue to fall in love with each other on a daily basis. You know, don't wait 6 months from now and ask me, do I still feel loved? Don't wait a year from now and say, how's my love tank going? No, I need you to be asking me that every week. Do I feel love? Have I feel love? When I'm expressing to you that I'm not feeling it, you need to take that into your mindset and say, well, I need to get back on my job and get back on my horse. And as a guy, I need to be asking you, baby, did you feel love today? Baby, have you felt love this week? Do you feel like I love you? Have I shown you physically? Have I shown you in my actions that I love you? And if she is saying, well, yeah, no, or you read people and they giving you that kind of like, well, yeah, yes, baby, I do. But you know she lying, because y'all be lying. You women need to stop lying about that. But you know she lying, and she ain't really feeling it. I need to know that. And women, we are stupid. You need to tell us that you're not feeling love this week, that we've been too stressed out and we haven't given you that attention, because if you don't tell us, we can't do it. We don't know what to do. And sometimes, yes, I know you don't want to have to tell us everything to do, but sometimes you got to train a person. You got to train. I have to train a woman how to be with me, and and a woman has to train me how to be with her. Right? I'm not Kreskin. I can't read your mind. You better tell me something. So we got to keep that. You have to keep working on it. My grandmother used to always tell me that whatever you did to get her, you got to do twice as much to keep her. All right? Whatever you did to get her, you got to do twice as much to keep her. And as you grow and you have experiences, those things change. So you got to be mindful of what changes about the woman. She has an experience. She changes with that experience. You got to work with her through that change. It doesn't always mean it's going to be bad. It could be very good. Right? But you just got to be willing to do it and keep willing to work on it and build the relationship. It's when you don't, things fall apart. They fall apart. He's bragging this message. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, Eden. But it's just what you have to do, guys. That's what we do to protect the relationship. It's not about insecurities. It's not about, now if a person is insecure, it's only because they're coming out of fear, guilt, shame, or grief. And that's something that needs to be worked out of the person. But once we get past that, it's all about protecting your relationship, keeping the wrong people out, keeping people who you call friend out, keeping family out of your relationships, and doing what you know is good for the other person. What makes them feel loved? What makes you feel loved? Being open, having communication with the person so that they know what makes you feel loved. Because if you don't, then you're going to find yourself hopping from relationship to relationship to relationship. Now, if you're working in fear, guilt, shame, and grief, you will hop anyway. But once you're past that, you can stop playing musical chairs, right? I can help you, Eden. I can help you. But you can stop playing musical chairs, because now you know the right kind of person to find. But then once you find that person, you got to learn how to protect the dang on relationship. You got to protect it. Like, I can tell you right now, one of my protections on a relationship, my woman got to handle the money. All right? My woman have to handle the money. I don't like paying bills. Paying bills is like painful. Like, I don't like to pay like that. I put everything on automatic because I don't like paying bills. I don't like giving the utilities my money. Even though I know I use their lights, I don't like giving them my money. So she got to pay the bills. Otherwise, I'm going to piss off because them things don't get cut off. And then I'm going to be like, oh, okay, I got it. Because I'm not giving them my money. So I need her to do all that. You know, so it's things like that I just don't want to do. We have to work together. She got to do it. I'm good. I don't mind working. I don't mind making money, but don't make me have to take care of the house and the money. I don't like doing it. So she has to understand that. So she has to know me like that. Right? Right. Dax says same here. You just got to know me like that. But in the same way, long as she's handling, long as she's taking care of everything, and we can have our fun, and everything falls into the program that I set up, which is like the Richest Man in Babylon's program, we can work together, and everything works together, and we work together to protect the relationship. Because if there's financial stress in a relationship, fellas, that the woman can't understand, she's going to get irritated, and you don't want her being irritated like that. She needs to have some freedom. She needs to have some abilities to make sure that she has that financial security. And it's not her being insecure, it's just what women intrinsically need, and we have to understand that and be able to provide that in such a way that it works for them. Right? It's not about you being in control and you being some big dude. It's about taking care of that. Vicky said her husband the same way. I don't mind doing it. Exactly. I don't like it. I hate it. Can't stand it. Really can't stand. I'd rather just take all the money, and as long as I know that we got some fun money, I'm good. Right. So other than that, I have held you guys far longer than I anticipated. It is 5 minutes to 10 o'clock, and this was good. This was good. It's actually giving me more to add to my book that I'm writing. See, sometimes you got to talk it out. You got to talk it out. You got to speak about it. You got to talk about it. Get this stuff out. Oh, thank you for subscribing to the channel, Adriana. Now, and I would be remiss because Josh will have something to say to me if I don't say this. Of course, I do a video with Kevin Wesley, usually on Sundays. Please support his channel. But I also talked about Naisha Troutman. Please, I love her podcast every Wednesday on Facebook, 7:30. Please support hers as well. Now, of course, I'm going to ask you guys to support my Patreon channel, which is, and Josh, you better put it on here, or I'm going to fight you, and you won't get your popcorn. But please support my Patreon, which is patreon.com/Coach Renz, right? And subscribe to whatever, some of you guys on Facebook, some of you guys on YouTube, subscribe. And please share this, because there are way more people than you guys who need this information, and it has been very therapeutic for me as well, because it does remind me of some things that I need to make sure that I'm not, that I keep up with, right? These are good things, and you have to be reminded. That's why we do these things, to keep reminding ourselves of what we need to do, to keep things going, to keep the relationship hot. And I'm gonna say this last thing one more time, right? I know I'm writing the book is getting there. Last thing, this is self-serving. Ladies, can we bring back lingerie, please? I didn't notice it until recently, but everybody's just gotten into bra and panty sets, and they cute. They cute. I appreciate the bra and panty sets. Can we please bring back lingerie? I know I'm old school. I know I'm 46 and I'm showing it, but please bring it back. Please bring it back. Right? But yes, that was Josh Popcorn Bride. Please bring it back. So y'all have a great night. I really enjoyed this one. I started a little bit later than I was supposed to, and I've only meant to be here for an hour. So y'all have a great night. I look forward to next week. Don't even have a clue what we're talking about, but I'm pretty sure it'll be great and it'll be fun. So remember, as always, you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Thank you guys, and let me see if I can figure out how to turn these things off. That one says that, and okay. Good night, but I don't know how to turn this one off. Okay, there we go.